Hello, welcome along, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and here we are now with part 70 of the build of this beautiful 1/6 scale Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 from DeAgostini, and what a beauty it is. So, we're looking at packs 115 and 116 today. So, as usual, we'll have a look at the magazine. If you want to find out more about this model, there's a link in the description below. Go and find out about it, and if you want to build along, then you can. Okay, so all our contact details and everything there worldwide. So today in the magazine we are looking at drag bikes, pure acceleration. Motorcycle drag race is a spectacular event, and the bikes that take part in them can accelerate to more than 225 miles an hour over a distance of just a quarter mile. So yeah, Harley Davidson there. I've got one of those. It's not like that though. It doesn't look anything like that at all. There's another Harley there. It says they're based on road bikes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I expect the front spindle bolt is probably from the road bike. There we go. So there we are, and today we're going to be looking at the trunk lid, or the boot lid. John Wyer, creator of victories. John Wyer was the British manager of the GT40's development. Removed from the project after 2 Le Mans failures, Wyer nevertheless prolonged Ford's triumphs by ensuring the 1968 and 69 victories. There we go, there's a 917 there. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful car. And there's an Aston Martin. There we go. So we should go back to the build part of the magazine. You can see here we've got the trunk lid. Now pack 115 comes in this nice cardboard box. So we'll get this open. I do like DeAgostini's packaging. It is always thoughtfully done. You can see that we've got these little tabs on the end that keep everything nicely in place. Nothing else in there, so that can go in the recycling along with the paper. Now I'm going to go and grab my cloth so that nothing gets scratched. So we'll put our cloth down on the bench like so. I'm going to put the light on for you because we've finished with the magazine now. So what have we got here? We have our trunk lid. Okay. There's some screws, and we have the badge for the back. So that tissue can also go in the recycling. Quick look at the trunk lid, and we can see that it's lovely. It's got no flaws or faults with it. It's looking lovely. The paint is nice. There's no dust or anything in the paint. Really, really nicely done. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous. Right, a couple of you have contacted me and said you've had issues with your parts, and you've contacted DeAgostini and they've replaced them immediately. So that is it's good to hear. Although one guy, Steve, he had a fault with his body. He got a new body, and the new body was probably a bit worse, if anything. So he's after it. Oh, there is a fault in it there. Look, I'm not going to worry about it. It's a tiny, tiny bit of something, or a chip in the paint or something. I'm not going to worry about that. Right. And then we've got our PS09 screws, and we've got our badge here. So, first things first, we're going to open up this bag with our stickers and our badge in it. So we're going to take the badge and we're going to separate the Shelby logo stickers from the backing and stick each one of them into position. So you've seen me do this before, but I'll show you again. This is how I do it. I will pick the sticker up on a knife, and then I will place the sticker in position using the knife. And there we go. And because we haven't pushed it down, we can still move it around, and then once it's in position and we're happy with the position, grab a cotton bud, work from the middle outwards. There we go. Just push that one down. Let's move it across the touch actually. There we are. And then we'll do the same with the Cobra. can place that one in there and you can see where it's going, and then when it's in the right place just touch it with your thumb. And then we've got the little Shelby word, Shelby name should I say, God rest his soul. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Just get it in position. Once we're happy, just push it in, and then we're going to fit the badge onto the model like that. Okay, and then we're going to take a PS09 screw, got two in here, there'll be one spare, so the spare one can go up there, and then we'll take a small screwdriver. It will actually go on the big one. So we'll turn the trunk lid over and we'll place that screw into there. And there we go. That's our badge fitted. I'm just going to slightly undo that screw because you can see here we've got the badges. You can see there it's sticking out. So I'm going to undo that screw slightly and see if it goes in. So what I'm going to do here, okay, I am going to slightly bend that in, like that, okay, so that when I pull the screw it doesn't pull it out. Okay, so we can put that in fact I'm going to bend the other side as well. Just very slightly, just like so. You can see that it's now got this curve to it, so that when I fit it now, I'll come here, when I fit it now it will doesn't want to go in because we've pulled them in. Here we go. So now when we tighten the screw it will still pull it out. As you can see, if you watch the badge, as I tighten the screw it will pull that leg up. As I loosen it off it comes back in. So there we are, that's our badge fitted. There's a little tip for you for fitting the badge. So that is that for pack 115. Let's have a look at pack 116. Right, so pack 116, and that was my Mustang you just heard, and there's a Mustang just like it there. So the Mustang's powerful image often sees it in commercial enterprises beyond the world of cars. And there we go. I think it's actually the most popular car to ever appear in a film as well, the Mustang. Very, very nice pinball machine there, made of a Mustang. Trunk lid inner reinforcement, that's what we're going to be doing today, so we're going to be tapping some threads. And then Hennessy Ford GTs. Improving the Ford GT is difficult, but there are tuning specialists willing to give it a try. This is the case of Hennessy Performance, which offers tuning enhancements for the 2004 GT. This is the old GT that Clarkson used to have, not the modern one. So Hennessy modified Ford GT unit with 700 horsepower kit. As can be seen, the car's appearance does not change. And there it is. That's the Hennessy Ford GT1000. I'm just wondering, in our last part we were looking at, in part 69, that Ford GT in there, I wonder if it was that GT we were looking at. Not that one. I have to go back and have a look. I may have got that completely wrong. Right, so there we go. So we'll go back to the build part of the magazine. And it's this one here, pack 116, so we're back to having a plastic bag rather than a cardboard box. So we'll take the parts out, put the bag to one side. So we've got our parts here, as per the instructions. So get ready the trunk latch 116B and the trunk lid inner reinforcement, which is here, and that latch is going to go into there, and then we are going to fit it with 2 PS01 screws. You can tell that because they're plastic screws and the other screws are DS, which is die cast. Okay, so we'll get a screw into our screwdriver, hold the latch in position, and then just put these in. Remember, it's going into plastic, guys, so you don't need to be graunching it up. You'll just pull the thread out of it if you're not careful. So get that on there. It looks like there's quite a lot of detail going into this trunk. Boot, whatever you want to call it. There we go. So that's our latch in position. And then we're going to take the, get the light on, we're going to take the trunk, here's our trunk lid from the last part, and we're going to turn this over, and we've got 4 locations here for screws. One, there's hinges going in there as well, so we've got, what have we got here? Fastened to the trunk lid with 2 DSO2 screws in the positions shown. So that's going to be one there and one there. So I've got my tap here, so I'm just going to cut some threads in there just to start the screw off. I'm not going too deep. Tap that on the bench. Make sure we've got no swarf and everything on there. And then this is going to go over the top like that. Oops. And then we'll put this down on our cloth. Open the bag of DSO2 screws. 2 of those. Just put those in. Just like so, and there we are. That's our trunk lid done. That's it. So that's it for 116 and 115. So I will see you all back for part 71, where we will cover 117 and 118. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.